always had a lot of music recorded from before. Why not? Why not release an album now? Who cares?
Yeah, but most of the songs here are new songs though. So we started looking at the old stuff, and I think we've used a couple, but most of the stuff is brand new. We kind of got into the rhythm of things again.
With the internet now, I mean, we can release and promote, and we also saw that a lot of people were remixing "Give Me Your Love," and there were still somewhat of a fan base out there, and some people that we never even heard of releasing "Give Me Your Love." It has multiple remixes, so we decided it's time to put out a new record, and we enjoy recording, we enjoy the process, and it's okay if it does great or if it doesn't do anything. It's fine. It's just we have it in us to record and put out music, and that's what we're doing.
I think what happened was that we played in the freestyle Legends of Freestyle concert, and we got together there, and I think that gig sort of ignited us a bit to go back and look at music again and restart our recording habits and writing songs. So that was I guess a catalyst to start this new album.
And we collaborate even on this record. Louis Martinet, our old producer, produces a few of the tunes on this record, and Peter Marr, who's been working with us many years as well, helps out on this record. Fro Sosa from Nuclear Valdez
produced a couple, no?
Yeah, and helped out with the mix, and we always work with Chris Phipps from London Exchange as well, and it's just a good feeling to record music again, and just with the internet, you can put it all over the place, self-promote, and have fun.
So the way started when Oni, a friend of ours, and myself got together and wanted to do a project. It wasn't anything really planned as far as becoming a group or anything like that. It was just a one-off project, and we recorded a song called "All We Need," which started to get played in the
WVUM. It actually
the college circuit, right?
Became number one.
It became number one. It's like a rockish, more of a rock type oriented song with some electronics into it. After we saw that things could actually roll a bit, we decided to form a proper band, and that's when David came into the band as a formal member. From there, things started to roll. We started to work with Louis Martinet, got signed to their management label.
Only in the Night became a hit.
Well, that's right, because we released it in our own label.
And
then Atlantic picked it up. That's correct.
Yeah.
And actually, I forgot to mention, All We Need was remixed by Louis, and that's how it started as far as our relationship with him.
Yeah. I remember the first gig that we were asked to go to New York, which was Heartthrobs. And we were sort of reluctant at first because we were like, okay, New York, wow, interesting. But we wanted to do it, but we were like, we didn't really know where this was going. And we played Heartthrobs in New York. And
Danceteria, I think, was next.
Yeah, and then we, after the song actually went really up in the charts here locally in Power 96 and Hot 105, we got signed by Atlantic. And then Atlantic put it out with a few more remixes, and it went national. And that's when things kind of got a little weird. We were touring New York pretty much every weekend, and Chicago, and all over the place, Puerto Rico, and again all over Miami. The gig we did at what was the name of the club? Starlight Express Starlight Express, where it was simulcast on Power 96,
Yeah.
and people singing the song, and it was really interesting.
Caught us by surprise. I mean, we didn't expect such a quick reaction to the song, because it was really not so much in the pop vein or even hip hop. It was kind of a mix of, I don't know, British pop and dance, and it was, I think they used to call it, I don't know, somebody said you mix British music with Latin flavor and hip hop spice or something like that, and you get only in the night. And the thing with Atlantic was, because we I think by nature we're not really dance musicians or writers. We're more of a pop vein, and we wanted to do sort of a pop record to come back to Atlantic with as the next single, and of course they wanted more of the same, and we kind of didn't want to do that. So that's when we switched over to EMI, and in EMI we released "Give Me Your Love," which also became pretty much a national hit, but more so in Brazil, out of all places. We had no idea how big it had become. It actually was picked up to be the theme song
Soap
for a
opera.
soap opera without us knowing it. And next thing we knew, there were promoters going around downtown asking for the Voice in Fashion to see if we could tour, which we ended up doing for about a month, and that was a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much amazing. We got to play very big TV shows in Brazil. The Xuxa show, the equivalent of a Jay Leno type show in Brazil. It was a lot of fun. I mean, getting our pictures on billboards, people waiting at the airport. It was a very strange feeling for us, and we actually put a new band together to tour. Because and at that point, Oni decided to go on his own.
That's right. Up until then, it was us three that being the main members, and we hire other musicians to play live. But then Oni went on to release a solo project called the Beat Club, and
Pretty successful on his own too.
Pretty successful too.
It's our third single during that time, which was "You Will Smile Again."
That's right, which became in Brazil.
It became a very big hit in Brazil.
One or two in
a lot of radio stations in Brazil.
And here, because we did a Spanish version of it, it kind of became. It was top 10 in the Spanish.
In some of the Spanish radios here, which was interesting and fun. It sort of took us on a departure road, that song, because it was poppy. It wasn't really a freestyle-ish dance song.
Not at all.
It was
actually it was acoustic. One of the versions was just acoustic guitar.
Yeah, one was acoustic guitar, just us, and the other one has sort of like a remix feel to it. But it was very big in Brazil. I got a lot of airplay on Spanish radio, and which pretty much brings us to now.
We also had a chance to tour with the Pet Shop Boys.
That's right.
We never did it because it interfered with
in New York.
Some shows we had in New York. But we actually collaborated with them in a song called Domino Dancing, which we've done a version of that ourselves, and it's included in the new album that we're releasing now.
The Moment of Truth, brand new album, 13 songs, released now September 2012, and we hope a lot of people enjoy it, and we'll do some remixes from there, of course.
There's originals except for two. There's the Domino Dancing one, which again it's our version of the song we did with the Pet Shop Boys, and
Man Who Sold the World.
Version of The Man Who Sold the World by David Bowie.
Okay, the title of the new album again is The Moment of Truth. That's one of the tracks on the record. That track was actually written about 3 years ago. and recorded 3 years ago. It's a great name for the record because it sort of speaks to taking chances, or to when you're getting into a crossroad. What do you do when you get to the moment of truth? Which way are you going to go? Are you going to go, you're going to think with your heart? Are you going to think with your head? So the song pretty much embodies where we are now, because it's like the moment of truth.
There's all kinds, right? I think we put in a pretty diverse record, not just the dance stuff. Like we said before, you know, we like a very wide array of genres. So here you'll hear electronic, you'll hear some dance stuff in the vein of the old Boys in Fashion. You'll hear pop songs, you know, acoustic guitars, and you know, it's a little bit for everybody.
You know, overall, we're trying to cover the bases. So we have, again, the old Boys in Fashion type sounding tunes. We have the techno type sounding tunes. We have the something that would appeal to England listeners in the vein of a British type dance music. We have one song in there that's, you know, sort of throws it out of whack everything, but it's in a very good song, pop sort of ballady type of song. And even the moment of truth, again, just going back to that one, you know, our influences are the Beatles, David Bowie, and that song was written, you know, thinking in the vein of Heart's Filthy Lessons, which is one of my favorite Bowie tunes, and that's how
we're covering Bowie too.
Yeah, so and we're covering Bowie as well. So it's diverse. It'll appeal to the old voice fans. It'll appeal to sort of hopefully new fans. Okay.
There is
What
music
business?
right? And music business right now is grappling with the aftershock of technology, right? So technology helps to do things more efficient, but it has actually gotten in the way of how the music business used to work, as far as promoting bands, you know, building up the longevity or acts used to have. That's one thing, right? With the MP3s and the illegal downloading and all this, right? So they're searching for ways. There's various models that they're trying to use to see what's best. But it's not, as a business, it's really not a very viable venue now, as it used to be for musicians to actually make a good living. I mean, we do it because we like it. It's not.
Okay, I mean, a few come to mind, but we played one time in the Bronx. By the way, we love playing in New York. It was
New York was our second home
for a long time. And it was a club that we played around 3 o'clock in the morning. It was really, really late. And
the one with the limo.
The limo driver that didn't want to leave the car alone, and
well, he took off. But you know what? It was a nice.
It was
people
tremendous people.
Yeah.
But it was weird in the sense that the air conditioner, black air. It was like black smoke coming out of a place, and it was really hot night and very humid. But again, great people. It was a great
really
show.
Nice.
It turned out to be a
show.
tremendous show, but it was weird in that sense.
It was that the one where there was one of the shows we came back and the guy. No, this was a Long Island one.
That was another
the Godfather
one. Yeah.
thing. There was a one.
Sam's. The club's name was Uncle Sam's.
And we were asked to wait in one of the offices. Well, the guy had a giant poster of the Godfather, and you know everybody there was dressed with the tuxedo, with the
the flower in the
with
lapel,
the carnation there, just the whole 9 yards. And we started to kid around about the size of the trunk of the limo, that you could fit bodies in there, and they would say, "Oh yeah," you know. And so on the way back, I think just to get back at us for from all the mafia jokes, the guy gets off of The Jersey Turnpike.
I
I don't know. Just at the sort of like the same scene in The Godfather where
Yeah,
the
take
guy
the gun,
says,
leave the cannoli.
yeah, and it was like 4 a.m. and we thought that's it.
That's
you know,
it,
we're
yeah.
we're you know we're dead here, and,
Yeah.
and the guy's laughing, right? And of course.
But that turned out to be another great show. It was a lot of fun.
They were.
Another one I remember was one in Puerto Rico where we were helicoptered to a
that's right.
beach, and we were playing with the Cover Girls and all these other groups one time, and I think it was, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 in the morning, I don't know, but we were at a place waiting on a helicopter to take us to the show.
Yeah, we didn't think we were gonna come out.
Yeah, that show wasn't really that good.
Alive there, because it was cars on the road. It was bumper to bumper. You couldn't move unless you came in and out in the helicopter.
Yeah, so we were helicoptered in and helicoptered out, and thank God, because that show really didn't go too well that night. It was just way too. The crowd was just not happy anymore from waiting to hear music.